I played Starsand Island through the first 2 seasons, summer and fall, and I have some tips that will be helpful if you're just starting to play this game. When you first appear on the island and go through a short tutorial, you should get familiar with the apps on your phone. There are a few very important apps that you should check back with regularly, and not all of them will have notifications. Island Life app is kind of your main story progression. By completing requirements for each stage, you will be unlocking some main features, like ability to buy more land for your main plot, unlock additional plots and houseboat, and terraforming as the final reward. Star Note app is your leveling up progression. It is split into different categories where you complete certain tasks to receive XP rewards. With each new level reached, you get the cute clothing and furniture items. But what is more important, you get the Starsand currency. You need to get into habit of spending Starsand as soon as you receive it. Workopedia is the app where you spend Starsand to unlock skills and abilities for each of the 5 professions. Unlocking these skills will make the game so much more easy and enjoyable for you. For example, the first thing you want to do is to increase your stamina in the Apprentice Crafter. This will help you a lot with doing any activities in the game. The initial stamina is so low that you will be running out of it not even a half day in. To regenerate the stamina, you need to eat or sit down for some time. Islandopedia is your collections tracker. It will show you every item you have unlocked, and you can claim progression rewards, including coins, immortal seeds, recipes, animals, and blueprints, which all of these will be helpful with the game progression. The core game loop is built around progressing with 5 main professions. There is no overarching storyline, and the game will not guide you to do anything in a specific order. In the beginning of the game, Solara, the first NPC that you meet, will suggest starting with the crafting profession, and you should absolutely do that. But I also suggest opening the map and finding all mentors for all the professions available. Go talk to each of them and accept to start their professions. When first meeting them, you will get a cutscene. These are all dateable characters, but the dating system is not fully implemented in the early access. You will be able to talk and share gifts with them to increase the bond level. Progressing with all 5 professions at once will make the gameplay much more full and organic versus doing professions individually. And anytime you move to the next level in your profession, remember to accept a trial from your mentor. It sounds like something intense, but it's just next quest to progress further. And if you don't see it available right away, just talk to a character again for this dialogue option to show up. You will not see any quest markers on the map or above the characters in this game, which may be confusing at first as to what you should be doing. If you don't start the profession quest yourself, the game will not guide you to do this, and you might be left without any new quests to do. The professions are going hand in hand with each other. By progressing one, you will be doing activities and getting resources that will help you progress with the other professions. Crafting goes closely with exploration, and farming very nicely with ranching. The fishing is more standalone, but you will get resources that will be helpful to complete quests for that profession as well. The game doesn't introduce characters besides the cutscene when you first meet them. To get familiar with characters, you can go to social app on your phone and read about their backstory and personality. You can also track their preferences in the details. Each time you give them gift, it will be added to their favorites, likes, dislikes, or hates. There is also a separate tab that shows all the adoptable animals in the game. You can track them on the map. You will need to give them gifts and interact regularly to level up your bond level to 3 hearts to be able to adopt them. except for 404 cat. You can adopt her almost right away. Just try go fishing in the river next to your house at nighttime. I have a short on the channel explaining the whole process. This game has daily schedule when you need to go to bed every day before 2 a.m. If you are late, you will pass out and wake up with the half of a stamina bar. If you pass out 3 days in a row, you will sleep the entire following day. There are seasonal events in this game that you don't want to miss, so be careful not to pass out before these days. The in-game day lasts from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. In real life, it will take about 40 minutes, but it will depend on how long you spend in menus or talking to characters. Because anytime you have any menu open, the day timer is paused. You can also hit escape to bring up the game menu to pause the game. You need to plan your days ahead to not go far from your house late at night. But if you go to Moonlit Forest, you don't need to worry about going back to your house, as you can spend the night in the many camps available there. Later in the game, you can also unlock fast travel on the main map by rebuilding stations, which will make it easier to venture out. As soon as you unlock farming, I suggest you start planting all the available seeds from the farming shop, as there is a lot of seasonal crops and the game starts in the summer. As soon as you get access to watermelons, I suggest planting it on a separate 3x3 farming plot. You can only grow watermelons in the summer. It takes 4 days to grow. The giant crops can only appear on a 3x3 farming plot, and you're gonna need at least 2 giant crops in order to progress further with the farming profession. So by the end of the summer, you need to have 2 fully grown giant watermelons. If you didn't have enough time, you will need to start over with the pumpkins or melons in the winter. You will be receiving immortal seeds as rewards. These seeds can grow all seasons, and you don't need to replant them. They will be continuously bringing you crops. Just water and harvest them regularly. If you want to move the plot where you planted them, just dig them up with your hammer and they'll go back to your inventory. Some plants require trellises, the ones in the crafting menu and not the home decor trellis. You can place a trellis from the decor menu on the empty spot, and then you can use seeds on it. Make sure to not plant seasonal crops that take multiple days to grow on the last days of the season, because you will lose them. You can also use fertilizer to speed up the growth. After you have crops planted, you want to start with ranching at the same time. The first animals you can get are bunnies, and they will be helping you to remove weeds. You will be unlocking more animals by progressing with ranching and buying blueprints at the Green Pasture Ranch. For each animal, you will need to build their own coop, and you want to make sure after your rabbits are mature, you have a female and male rabbit with at least 1 empty slot available. If your rabbits have twins gene, leave 2 slots because you can get 2 baby rabbits at once. You can also find some baby rabbits, chicks, and ducklings just by chopping trees, so you might not even need to buy them in the beginning. Soon after rabbits, you will have access to buy chickens and ducks, and I suggest adding both of them at the same time. The chickens will be clearing bugs from your farm, and both chickens and ducks will provide you with eggs and other resources. You will use these resources from your animals to make food for them and lots of other useful materials and items. Everything in this game belongs in the same ecosystem. Every resource will be tied to progressing with other professions. This is why you want to do all of them at the same time. After chickens and ducks, I suggest to get sheep as soon as you can buy them. And you will need at least 2 of them, a female and male. You would have to buy them from the ranch, and there is no way to pick a gender, so you need to keep buying until you have both. You can only buy black or white sheep. And to progress with ranching, Pastel will ask you to make a colorful fabric that is made from sheep's wool. But in order to have a colorful sheep's wool, you will need to wait for your sheep to mature, which takes 5 days. Then you need to breed the black and white sheep and hope that they make a colorful one. Wait again for the new sheep to mature, only then shave it and make a fabric. It took me most of the summer just to complete this quest and to progress further with ranching, so some professions will take longer than the others. In any season, you should always have something planted on trellises because they attract bugs and chickens will be collecting them for you. You need bugs to make protein powder in the separator and use it to make yield fertilizer. You will also need to plant soybeans for this. It grows in every season. Yield fertilizer will significantly increase your farm profitability, especially if you get giant crops. As soon as you have your initial farm set up with bunnies, chickens, ducks, and sheep, I suggest you go and find beehives. They spawn on trees around Green Pasture Ranch. They are fairly rare. There will be a few spawning every day, and it might be hard to spot them. You need to get really close to a tree and look up. You will see a beehive hanging from the branch. Just chop the tree and collect the beehive to get the honeycomb and bees. You need 6 honeycombs to craft the beehive. You also need to catch a bees to put inside your beehive. After you chop the tree, the bees will scatter in the area, so you can catch them with the net. If you see bees when exploring, that means there's a beehive nearby. Or to make more bees, you will need a queen to put in your beehive. You can only find queens from the beehives on larger trees, which you will need to upgrade your chopping tool to machete to be able to cut it down. The queen can produce more bees, but she takes 7 spots in a beehive. So you also need to leave some empty spots for new bees to generate. The bees are essential for your farm profitability. They will be pollinating crops and speeding up growth time. You need to plant flowers on your plot and make sure to unlock the bee lessing skill in the ranching Wikipedia. The bees will be flying to flowers and on the way back fertilizing your crop. If you are not an expert farmer yet and you can't buy flower seeds in a shop, use the flower seeds that you get from Moonlit Forest. The game may seem grindy in the beginning, and that you need to do a lot of work to progress with professions at first, but there is a lot of automation available later in the game. You want to craft and place all the helpful machines on your plot to free up the time of your day to go and do other things like exploring and talking to characters. First, you should get a bulletin board and shipping bin to put on your plot so you won't have to go back to town every time. You can pick up resident requests from the bulletin board every day to earn some coins and star sand, and I would only pick easy requests, something that you already have or that is easy and fast to make, besides all the crafting machines that you need to make to actually be able to process resources and craft anything. Next, I suggest focusing on getting ranching machines like feeding trough, cleaning pod, and poultry egg station. They will save you a lot of time and eliminate the repetitive maintenance tasks that you need to do for your farm animals. To progress with crafting and exploration profession, you will need to venture into Moonlit Forest. There are many camps available there that you can fix up and use. You can stay the night in the camps, and you can also decorate this camp's area. I would suggest adding a storage chest here to be able to unload if your backpack is full, but you can also put down other things like ammo table or chair to regain stamina. When mining, make sure to use the big strokes with click and hold. Your stamina will be depleting slowly compared if you will be doing a lot of little hits. And I suggest upgrading to Impact Hammer sooner, because you will be able to mine the entire clusters instead of hitting each rock individually. When collecting resources in Moonlit Forest, you will be finding treasure maps. If you equip the map in one of the slots, you can follow the arrow that brings you to a digging spot with the treasure chest. You can get some coins, resources, and crafting recipes from them. I noticed that treasure chests are hidden in the same spots, so if you have multiple maps, try swapping between them to see if they are pointing to the same direction. To progress with fishing, you will need to grow a lot of grapes, green or red. And when you get a quest to catch glowfish, go to Moonlit Forest, Dreamfall Garden, and fish near this waterfall with giant bubbles. You just need the basic fishing rod and no bait. It took me a couple nights of fishing out all the fish available, and the last one was the glowfish. When fishing, you will be finding a decay chest that you can place and use as storage. I would suggest adding them to camps as they are small and you can use them instead of crafting more chests. It will be useful to unload your backpack when you're exploring. The storage in this game is all connected. By accessing one storage box, you can circle through all of them, placed both on your plot and in Moonlit Forest. You can get storage boxes blueprints at the general store, and also a realm box that is a bit further down the line, and it requires a lot of money and resources to buy and craft. But the realm box can go to your inventory and it essentially expands it. You can also gradually expand your backpack inventory by unlocking extra slots. Be careful when your backpack is full. You will still be harvesting or sometimes receiving gifts that will be dropped on the ground instead of being sent via mail. The items could be very small and it will be hard to track back and find them. Farming is probably the most profitable strategy to make money in this game, and it also can be automated later. Make sure you are planting on 3x3 plots, crops like watermelon, pumpkins, winter melons, and use yield fertilizer to increase your profits and to increase probability of growing giant crops. You can pickle portion of the harvest, which will take longer, or sell everything. The bees will be speeding up the harvest cycle. Essentially, they can apply speed grow fertilizer on top of your yield boost fertilizer. The bulletin board is the quick and easy way to make money in early game. Another way to make money is a merchant ship. You can unlock it by talking and doing quests for Marston. And you also need to progress to an Island Pro in the Island Life app, which doesn't take long. In the ship, you can sell your produce and materials from animals for 200% profit. It has a limit on how much you can sell, and it also shows how many of each item you have. You also don't need to have items in your backpack to sell. The ship refreshes every week on Mondays. Some of the things that you can do every day to get more money or resources. You can get 2 free random feeds per day on a ranch cash register. You can also check the yellow beans, there are 4 of them on the map, next to profession mentors, except for Zarin's general store. And after you check them, characters will send you some goodies in the mail next day. You can also steal some poop or feed from the different coops in the ranch if you are desperate. Do you think she noticed? You should also talk to Aurelis, the chef, because he likes to give coins as presents. I've been getting 1 or 2,000 from him regularly. You can pick up arcade coins for free every day to spend on playing arcade games to earn some rewards. You can also talk to tourists. They will give you some random gifts just from having conversation. It is especially useful early in the game because you will have some items to give to NPCs and animals to level up your bond. The general store will have some supplies in stock every day, like fiber, softwood, or iron. definitely worth buying it there instead of farming it yourself to save time, and you will need a lot of some of these resources. Also, the Junior Crafter has the supply boost that will increase the supply offered in the general store. And these are all my beginner tips so far that I wish I knew sooner when starting to play Starsand Island. Let me know if you found these tips helpful, leave a like and subscribe for more cozy gaming content. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone!